and go look cute with a nice sleek style somewhere.
Yes.
You have a function. You step outside after spending an hour and a half on your hair, and then you look like Don King or something.
Yes.
You look like one of the dandelion things. When the dandelion flower is gone, the thing you blow off,
Yeah.
that's what you end up looking like.
The part you make a wish on?
Yes. And you would be wishing for no humidity.
No humidity.
But let me show you this.
Da-da.
This here is our new Frizz Fix Smoothing Hair Primer. Now we also do have a, it was an only for you gift, and it was a smoothing primer, but this one is different. This is the Frizz Fix one. It's a little more, it's got a little more oomph than the other one. So
okay, this is the one you need for humidity.
Yes, so you want to control that frizz. This is what you're going to use.
If it's 25 and it feels like 32, that's a humid day.
Yes.
So you know that it's going to be feeling very sticky.
Right. If you're not planning on wearing an afro that day, use some Frizz Fix.
Okay.
Right?
If you're going to a wedding or something.
Yes.
Yes.
It might be a good idea just to use that anyway, because when you get out there on the dance floor, you're going to be sweating.
Yeah.
And you still want to look cute. So.
That's what it comes down to, people.
Right?
You just want to look cute.
That's it. Really it is.
Nothing else matters.
It's
right.
true.
I know. Okay.
All right. So.
I'm with you.
Yes, I know. We've been there together. Mm-hmm. Yes. Always check in on each other, making sure we look cute. Hello, everybody. Let me just take a moment.
Okay.
We say, hi, Kimberly. Hi, Jill. Hi, Christian. You would know Christian from Christian. You remember Kim from back in the day, I think. Melody at Gord's. Melody Williamson. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for tuning in, and Beth, and we said hello already to Sade. Okay, so we spoke about some frizz. Now, one of the things that you need to know about your hair is, and in relation to frizz, is porosity. Now, you can have normal porosity, high porosity, or low porosity. Now, I did on my page, I did do a test. A post about the porosity of my mother's hair and my hair. And hi, Tracy, how are you, my friend? I hope you're feeling well today. Anyway, so the porosity, we did it, and like mother, like daughter, we both have low porosity hair. Now, let me tell you about the porosity. I'm not going to go too much into it, but I'll tell you how to check your porosity.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you know this?
Right.
It sounds like good information.
It's because I'm brilliant.
I'm like, what? Not okay. You. I mean, you. How do we know?
Well, I know, but I just wanted to say
and you are brilliant.
That about. Yes. Thank you so much. So, okay, so you're going to take a strand of hair from your head. So you can either pluck it out of your hair or find it in a brush or on a piece of clothes or something. Because I'm a wimp and I did not want to pull it out of my own head.
It's very CSI.
Is it? It is. Mm-hmm. It is. So you're going to have a glass of water. And you're going to place your hair in that water. Now, if it sinks, you have high porosity hair. If it's in the middle, it's normal porosity. And if it floats, it is low porosity. Okay, so check that out. And I will probably go more into detail about that another time. But
I'm super curious. Like, what does that mean, though?
Well, it's about how much your hair will absorb moisture. And how much it will repel it. And then normal is, of course, it's an equal balance, like very nice.
So if it takes you an hour and a half to blow dry your hair, is your hair high or low?
Your hair is holding that water in.
Yes.
So that would be high porosity.
And is that good or bad? Or it doesn't matter? Everybody's different.
It's, everybody is different. And it's not something that you can change about your hair, really.
No.
There is a possibility, I think, but I don't quite know that detail. So, but it's something you have to deal with. Hi, my grade 3 teacher, Miss Riley, which is what I always call her still. I can't call her by her first name because it's just not appropriate.
No.
Hey, Steve, there's, what's his name? Those people's son. I can't remember his name. Steven? Anyway, so the porosity, you can go ahead with that if you want to do that and know it about yourself. And then you can also, if you want to do my hair quiz, it's on paulakeller.mymonate.com, and there is a a hair quiz there that you can do if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an option.
No pressure.
Right?
You don't have to study either.
No studying.
Okay, where are we?
And it will tell you the products and whatever you might need. Let's talk about the hydration. Because it's hot in the summertime, you need to hydrate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Because Kim's going to bring the sun for us. And all of that heat, she does her best. And we're going to be hot. It's going to dry out our skin, our hair. You want to also protect your hair.
You don't want to sunburn. Either.
No.
That's going to dry your skin out in a flash.
Exactly. And age it.
Yep.
And remember, our products are all anti-aging as well. So you want to make sure that you're drinking enough fluids. You're moisturizing your skin. I find that my skin, when I'm like home in Tobago, I don't need to because it's just perfect. Like, I don't need to put any lotion on my skin or anything. Everybody does it, but I don't. Maybe because I live here most of the time, and when I go there, it's a different, my body adjusts accordingly. So anyway, and also your hair. You don't want to damage your hair. You're using heat on your hair, plus you have the elements outside that is going to cause damage to your hair. So you want to use some sort of a protectant. We do have, if you're one person that wants to blow dry and flat iron and do all kind of craziness to your hair,
me,
and coloring and everything, yeah, me too. We have the Thermal Protect Styling Shield. Now, this is great, and we do have, it's for high heat protection up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, Fahrenheit, that's American. So, we also have what's it called? UV protection in our products, so that's also a benefit for you. One other thing, the main item here is our Rejuvenique oil. You want to make sure that you have your Rejuvenique oil because it's good for it's got 101 plus uses. One of them, I use this on my skin twice a day. Now, many of you don't know that I'm 72 years old.
That's what I always say too.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Or sometimes I'll say, I'm 20 and
right.
I've had a hard life.
But you still look good, girl. You're looking good. So anyway, you can use this in your hair, on your skin. It's amazing. So you could use this, and it also helps protect your hair.
Oil is so in right now too, and oil for your skin is so in right now.
It is.
Everybody's putting on their face. So.
Everybody's got an oil out there too, and then you have like the DoTerra and everybody out there, and they have many. Well,
I like how
oils.
it's hair and skin, like that. You can use it for both.
Mm-hmm. You can.
And you're not buying two different products.
Exactly. And there's how many? I can't remember how many. It's left me. I was going to say how many drops are in this little container here, but
many.
My memory is gone. So anyway, so we've talked about the heat. Mm-hmm. We've talked about the moisture, the rain.
Can I tell you, I got caught in the rain last Saturday in Toronto, and I had a raincoat on, a good raincoat, but it was torrential pouring, and I had nice hair before that happened, and that rain was coming straight at me, so like my clothes were soaked anywhere that wasn't covered by the jacket, and my hair just got curly after, and I ended up just putting a ponytail on the front like this, and that was it. I was like, okay, well, I'm done.
That's what's happening.
So much for going out,
right?
Anyway,
gosh.
Yeah, I should have. I don't know. Maybe had an umbrella as well. I knew it was going to rain. I just thought that the coat was enough for the
yes,
not in a thunderstorm. It's not.
No. And thunderstorms. You were talking about. How does that even happen?
So this is the time of year that we get thunderstorms. Summer, traditionally, it's very rare to get thunderstorms in the wintertime, but it has to do with all the heat that we have in the summertime. So heat rises, and when heat rises in the upper atmosphere, everything is colder. So heat at the surface rising, that warm air clashing with cold air is what brings in weather in general, and certainly severe weather, which is thunderstorms traditionally. And I know I'm just going to throw this out there because we're talking about weather and hair stuff. The difference between a watch and a warning, if you don't know. And I like to say this a lot on the air. I like to remind people a lot because I know it can come and go, and they both sound like you should be paying attention.
Yeah.
There's a watch. I should watch out, right? So when it comes to severe thunderstorms, if you are in a watch, it means that sometime during that day, or maybe in the next several hours, there's a possibility that you could get a thunderstorm. So it's just more of a heads up. If you're going out today or whatever, there's a chance. And again, thunderstorms are very hit and miss. You can get one in your neighborhood, and then a 20-minute drive down the QEW, nothing. So people go, oh, we didn't get a thunderstorm. It's because they're like popcorn kernels. That's what we like to say. You know something's going to go, but you don't know which one's going to pop first, right? So that's what happens with thunderstorms. A warning means that this severe thunderstorm is either imminent, so it is just about to happen, or is occurring. So you start with the watch, and then because thunderstorms pop up so quickly, sometimes you have very little time, and then you'll get a notice on your phone. It says you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. There's a pretty good chance you're going to see a storm. So that's the time to head in. So watch means heads up, and warning means heads down. So, cover your head.
Right.
So warning is the more severe of the two. That's only for summer weather. It's not for winter weather. Winter is different. Watch means that, you could put a watch in a day 24 hours ahead of time in the winter, because you see a snowstorm coming like thousands of kilometers away. So it's a different setup. But in the summer, watches, warnings, and any severe thunderstorm can produce a tornado. Any one of them. So we usually have a risk on the Weather Network. Was like, you know what? There's a possibility that we could see tornadoes out of this. There has to be a lot of ingredients, like a lot of energy in the atmosphere for that to happen. But if you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, just be aware of that there's always potential for something like a tornado.
And what area of our continent would have more tornadoes? Like you don't see too many up here in Canada, do we?
We do. We have quite a few that happen in the summer. I forget the number. Southern Ontario is on a tornado track. We do. We just had the I think the 34th anniversary of the Barrie tornadoes. But every year we get quite a few, like between 15 and 20 tornadoes a year in Southern Ontario or Eastern Ontario, in Ontario in general. We get a lot of tornadoes in the prairies. They are what's the word I'm looking for? They're prone to getting tornadoes in the prairie provinces. The good news is a lot of them happen in the middle of nowhere, in a field somewhere. So we hear about them, but they usually don't cause a lot of damage because they don't touch down in heavily populated areas. When it happens in Ontario, it becomes a little more scary because there's usually, Edmonton has had a terrible, terrible tornado. 97, I believe, and so it happens occasionally in cities, but yeah, we definitely do get tornadoes in Canada. Very rare in British Columbia, very rare in the Maritimes, not never, but rare. But prairies and Southern Ontario, definitely.
Okay, all right. Because I know that's
Ottawa too. Sorry, Ottawa had a big tornado last year.
Oh, I know that some of my friends in the States they were one girl. I think I feel like it's Ohio, but I'm not sure. She's like, I am not meant for this. Because they had, when they tell everybody to seek shelter.
Those warnings, yeah. Yes, they have the sirens going.
Yes, and all of that. And she was terrified.
Yeah, it's very scary.
So I don't want any of that. Now,
no.
I know that I don't know anything about weather really, but hurricanes, the difference between a hurricane and a tornado, is it the rain?
Oh, there's a lot of difference between a hurricane and a tornado.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hi, Dolores. Hi, Stacy.
Hello. So tornadoes happen in thunderstorms, and they produce winds that are extremely powerful. It's very hard to predict a tornado because they'll just show up out of a storm. So people have very little time to get ready. So if there is a tornado warning, you need to get where you're going because they happen very quickly and they're very, very dangerous. And they can cause mass destruction in a small place, right? A hurricane forms over water. It's a big, big area of low pressure. It's a massive storm that has a ton of rain associated with it, and some very strong winds too. And there's like category 1, category 2. The higher the category, the stronger the storm. And hurricanes, you can see them coming from they could be way out in the ocean. It's, they're getting better at predicting where they're going to make landfall, but you have a lot of time to prepare for a hurricane, but they can cause mass flooding. The winds can be very powerful and cause damage as well, and they affect a much larger area. So, especially if they go over like a Caribbean island,
right? Like
the whole island could be covered with that hurricane at some point. So they are very damaging as well. The good thing is that you see them coming and you have you have a chance to prepare for them. Whereas a tornado can cause a lot of damage and are extremely dangerous, and you don't have a lot of time to prepare for them.
Okay, good to know. My mother was caught, because we are from the Caribbean, she was caught in a hurricane. So anytime there's storms happening and stuff, All the curtains are shut. Everything. She's not stepping. She's not even looking out the window. So it affects people. And she's lucky that she made it into the house eventually.
Yeah, that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Hurricanes affect the maritime provinces. They move up the Atlantic, and so that's where they would see more hurricanes. Mm-hmm. We might get the after effects of a hurricane that made landfall. We might get some of that rain, and we have a heavy rainy day because they go, oh, that's the remnants of whatever hurricane.
Right.
Hurricane Hazel. That's what happened with that. But it's more rare anywhere in central Canada to be seeing a hurricane. But the Atlantic provinces, Newfoundland, and the Maritimes will get hurricanes occasionally.
Okay, good to know. So. Can we talk about the last 3 years of your life, basically?
Sure.
Or 2, 3?
2.5.
2.5.
2.5 yesterday.
Oh, yes. So December 1st, 2016, my girl was diagnosed with breast cancer. So she's here and we're happy and she's healthy. Yes. And she's gone through all of her treatments, chemotherapy and everything. And she's been using Monate since she was allowed to use, since the first day when she was finished her chemo and everything. And
yeah, I didn't really have to wash my hair a whole lot at the beginning when I was completely bald. At that point, I was just putting like some oil on my head, some mustard seed oil, and just because my head was so sensitive, when you lose your hair in chemo, your hair, people don't really know that. They go, "Oh, you're bald," which is awful, yes,
right.
But it hurts. Like there's a real pain to it. But yeah, when I started to wash my head, when my hair started to slowly come back, I was using the Intense Repair Monat shampoo because I thought, well, I want something that doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it. And so that was a big deal. And I wanted something that would promote growth. Yes. I mean, I wanted my hair to grow back as quickly as possible. And so I thought, well, this is a product that you were talking about, and you said it does do these things. It'll help you grow your hair fast, and it's all natural. And so, you don't want to put a lot of chemicals on your head. And after all the chemicals that were already in my body, I was like, I don't need any more of that. So, that's what I used.
Kim had beautiful hair before her cancer, and we just wanted to make sure it was going to grow back as beautifully as it did, and it grew in nice and evenly, and it's a healthier option. I would never go back to using anything else because my brain is right there. That's the one thing for me. I'm terrified of, because I have people who depend on me. And I want to be the healthiest me that I can be. That would include exercising and stuff, but I'm getting back there. So
one step at a time.
Yes.
We start with the hair and then we move down.
Right. Hey, Claudia. Hi, Lena. Thanks for tuning in. And if you are watching the live, make sure you just say live or just say hi, shout out to us. And if it's a replay, please put #replay in the comments.
You're good at this. I don't do enough of these things, and I'm the broadcaster. But you could totally be a broadcaster.
Well, you told me that years ago I need to go and apply there. But
you're very natural.
Thank you. My goodness, that means so much. Thank you so much.
We're having a love fest now.
Yeah, I know, right? See, it's happening now. What we're talking about. Yes. Okay. So let me just show you a few items here. Kim, do you happen to know anything about? Let's talk about the. Mosquitoes. Yeesh. Mosquitoes, and they are produced. They come out more when it is moist, right?
They lay eggs in water sources. So if you have a lot of puddles around your house, or if you have a bird bath, get rid of that water, because if you have an issue with mosquitoes, that's what you need to do, because that's where they lay their eggs in ponding water. You can have a bucket out back that you've forgotten about, or a planter or something like that, if it's got water in it.
Dump it out.
First things first, get rid of that, and then you'll have to deal a little bit less with mosquitoes.
Right. Good. Now, speaking of mosquitoes, we found this out. The Monat Black Moisturizer, after-shaven moisturizer.
Repels mosquitoes?
Yes.
But always use DEET too. You have to use DEET.
Right. Okay, so
I have to say that because that's a number one. I mean, but any extra help is welcomed, right?
I found people are using this alone, and they're having good results. So that women are using this as a makeup primer as well. I have done so before, but I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I mean, I have makeup on today, but this is, people are swearing by this, and it's less expensive than the stuff that you're going to go buy from Vichy and all of them. I don't know because I don't buy that stuff. So I don't think I've ever had to. So and also for this weather that we are experiencing, the air dry cream, because who wants to be blow drying their hair all the time in the summer? It's already hot. I know you have the air conditioning on in the house, but then you're going to go outside, it's going to be hot. Right?
I have to blow dry mine, but I know that there are people who have great, like, long curly hair, and that would be perfect.
Yes.
Like, just let it dry.
Let it be.
Right?
And we also have a curl cream, too. So that is
Nice.
another option for someone with a wave. Or you have lovely wave in your hair. Her hair is cute. When it's not straight, anyway, she's cute anyhow. But and then our new flexible hold gel. This stuff, like, I really never expected to go crazy over this. I used it, well, I mean, it's a different hairstyle now, but
I like
used
this
it.
mohawk, though.
Thank you.
It's looking
Thank you.
good.
This is the first time I've ever done this style.
It's so cool.
I'm jamming. I like it.
Yeah.
I might just wear this. This might be my new signature look.
I think it should be.
Thank you. So
Tell
I
us
use
in the
this.
comments if you think Paula
Yes.
should rock this faux hawk for as long as possible.
Who likes this hair?
I do.
I know.
You look like a singer or something. Like, you look like
Oh.
you could be going to the